Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my Robinhood portfolio. Hope everybody had a fantastic day of trading today. As you can see here, the portfolio did not do well again today. In the red, down 0.17%, 168.32 during normal hours trading. It did rebound a bit in after hours trading there, 0.02%, 20.82, but still ended the day down $140, $150 or so. And as I scroll through the portfolio, you can see a lot of red in the portfolio. Again, I have all of my stocks segmented as to market segment. Up top there, I have my high dividend yielding ETFs, DVY through VYM, healthcare stocks below that. And there are some individual stocks in the green. Of note, Portola, PTLA, which we'll come back to as we talk about the topic for today, did rebound a bit, 1.45%. But again, overall, a very, very bad day overall in the markets. Ford there, one of my largest holdings, actually my largest holding, down another 0.75%. Financials as well in the red. Really nothing in the green. A few individual stocks, but not in the green by that large of a margin. C&P was up a bit, 1.01%, but a lot of red. And then one of my more recent additions, and of note down on the bottom there are some penny stocks that are in the green, but I literally have less than 25 cents of each of those particular stocks, so not a big part of the portfolio. One of my kind of speculative plays, I knew this was going to be a very, very risky play. Did not almost do this particular play. Not this stock here. PSEC, Prospect Capital here, business development company, down another 4.03% over the last week here. You can see it's down 10.1%. I jumped in about right in there or so. Let's kind of go down to the buy order here. Not a great play. Essentially was bored at work. Decided to play around with the portfolio. Decided to pick up some PSEC with some cash ahead sitting on the sidelines, and not a great idea. It's down 10.1%. So lesson learned there. Don't play around with the portfolio when you get bored and start buying stocks at random, which is what I essentially did here. Thought I would pick up the dividend, do a little bit of dividend capture play, but I knew the company had only declared dividends through the next couple months. I knew there was probably a dividend cut around the corner. Now it's happening right after I bought the stock. So definitely lost about 10 months worth of dividends on that particular play. Not a great play, to say the very least. But I want to go back to Portola here. So a lot of you guys were mentioning why I don't sell before the market starts trending down. Well, if it were that easy, everybody would be doing that. So in hindsight, it's very easy to kind of take a look at a stock and say, well, I should have sold when it was $60 or $62. Why did I hold when it was, for example, $66? I should have sold. Why didn't you sell there? It's trended all the way back to $53, $54, sort of what it was right after that big peak there. Why didn't you go ahead and sell off here and buy back? Well, it's very easy to predict what something's going to happen when you already see it happening. That's sort of common sense, but a lot of people have been kind of mentioning that as a market timing strategy as well. You said the stock market was going to pull back. Why didn't you sell off your entire portfolio? Well, yeah, I say it might be pulling back, but I don't know for certain. There's always that element of surprise. If everybody started selling off their stocks, then the market would tank. However, that does not happen. If everybody knew what everybody else was doing, essentially nobody would make any money because everybody would be doing the exact same play. Everybody could have 100% confidence they could predict what the market was doing. But that's not what happens in the market. So, for example, Portola here, let's take Portola as the entire portfolio. It's one of the larger holdings in the portfolio. You can see 462 shares, 24,943. Ideally, I would have sold it here, and then I would buy back on the dip here. But we don't know where the dip is going to be. Maybe tomorrow, or not tomorrow, there's no trading tomorrow, but maybe on Monday, this happens. It goes from 54 to 64, 84. You can't really predict this happening. If everybody could predict this jump here, everybody would have jumped in earlier. Well, then if everybody would have jumped in here, the price would have been trending up here. Everybody would have jumped in here, so on and so forth. That doesn't happen that way. You can't predict a lot of what happens in the market. You can kind of guess at what's going to be happening, but you're always kind of guessing on what the stock market is going to do. If you invest in very solid companies, for example, Abbott Laboratories here, the offshoot AbbVie, pharmaceutical offshoot of Abbott Laboratories. This is a quality company. It's going to have its ups and downs. So it's going to go up, it's going to come down. But over the long term, a great company should start trending up overall. That's what happens in the overall market. So to say that you should, for example, if this was the overall market again, when it's peaks up here, sell everything, then buy everything back, sell everything, buy everything back, sell everything, buy everything back. It's very easy to do that after the fact. But when a stock is slowly trending down, again, I'll go back to Portola. This is the perfect example. When the stock is gradually trending down like this, you know, when it pops up here, is this going to be a start of another $10 run in the positive, or is it going to trend back down again? It starts going up again. They're always going to have this up and down pattern. It's very easy to say after the fact, oh, this stock has trended down quite considerably, but you never know when that's going to start trending back up. Again, another one of the stocks that get criticized for is Ford. Again, over the long term, Ford has been trending down, but you never know when it's going to start trending up. You can see it's had wild swings here, and I've actually taken advantage of these wild swings. I do a lot of day and swing trading with Ford. If it wasn't for that fact, I would not be getting into Ford. A lot of you think I like Ford for a long-term buy and hold simply because it's a buy and hold, long-term hold. That is not true. I do a long-term hold on Ford because I do a lot of day and swing trading with Ford. If I did not do day and swing trading with Ford, this would not be a predominant part of my portfolio. I don't think I would have even 100 shares of Ford, but I do a lot of day and swing trading. So I get into a trade. If I can't get out of the trade, that's fine. The capital, unfortunately, is locked up in the stock, but over the long term, I have no reservations that this stock is going to go down to zero like a penny stock would. So I trade this like a penny stock, but I can hold it like a blue chip stock. That's the beauty of Ford. So again, ideally, Ford is not the best growth stock. I would not be picking Ford if I was not doing day and swing trading with Ford. That's why I have such a high proportion of Ford. Portola, on the other hand, I think it's a great company. It's going to be having a very important decision in the fall. That's why I've kept it through this downswing here. And again, you can't really predict that this is going to be happening. You know, a 17.31% downswing, but if we take a look even further back, it's still up, you know, 50, 60% or so. It's up 40% from this particular time period, but from a year ago, it's still up 182%. And I jumped in when it was about $18.60 or so. I did some day and swing trading with it, and then jumped in again right around $26 or so in here. So it's still up, you know, 100+%. So I just wanted to quickly touch on that. I know that's been a common theme in some of the comment threads, and that's kind of a common theme that I've been seeing in the comment threads. Why don't I jump out of a stock before it trends down? Well, after the fact, it's very easy to say a stock has trended down or the market has trended down, but during that trend down, it's not so easy of a decision to simply sell everything off. If the stock starts trending back up, you'll never be able to get back into that, or if you do, it's at a loss. And there's also huge tax implications as well. I didn't stress that enough in the video. There's huge tax implications for buying and selling big turnover. That's kind of why I've been shying away from doing a lot of trades with Ford. I like to do day and swing trades with Ford, but when you do that, you reset your stock. Unfortunately, Robinhood does not have sophisticated ways of doing their tax lots, so you can't do last in, first out. You can only do first in, first out. So unfortunately, if you're holding a stock long and are doing day and swing trading, you're going to be hurt at tax time. So I hope that makes sense. If you want me to do an expanded video on tax implications of doing day and swing trading on a stock you're holding long, I can do that as well. But that's why I don't sell off the entire portfolio. There are huge tax implications. At some points, I would be essentially costing myself 20% on a particular stock by selling it off early. So yeah, just wanted to quickly talk a little bit about the portfolio, how it did, and then why people, or why I don't sell off before the stock market trends down or a stock trends down. It's not so easy of a decision when that's happening. After the fact, very easy to say that, but during that particular trend, it's very difficult to simply get out of a stock with all the tax implications. And if it starts trending back up, you'll never be able to get back in without incurring a loss. So yeah, just wanted to talk about the portfolio. Let me know what you guys are doing with your portfolios, and not to make the video too long, I'll kind of end it there. As always, if you guys enjoy my videos, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate the support on the portfolio. If you guys have any great video ideas, let me know as well. And over the next 2 weeks or so, I'll definitely have less work to occupy my time with. So I'm going to try to get some more comments. A lot of comment threads have been lingering. I have not been replying to those. So I'm going to start doing that. And I'm also going to start following up on a lot of the video suggestions that you guys have been giving me over the last couple of weeks. Definitely appreciate that. Keep those coming. So kind of with that, I'll end the video, and we'll see you guys next time.